Okay, thanks for the update, sweetie.
CBS presents this program in color.
Hold it. I think you're going to like this picture.
It's a quickie. Don't blink.
Ready? Go.
How you doing, everybody? Murph with you from now until 12:30. Hard Hawk hockey, Bulls basketball, baseball. We cover it all, but we have 30 minutes to shove about 2 hours in. Hi, it's Murph, driven to you by ChevyDriveChicago.com. We're 30 minutes away from White Sox pregame. So let's get into some sports talk right now. In fact, let's talk a little Bulls basketball. Oh, yeah. Now, last night's game, see what I think is going to be good. Because the Bulls are going to win Game 6 and they're going to win Game 7. Here's why I say that. Because now they're pissed off. Now they got the chip on their shoulder. You know, up until now, I don't think they had that attitude as our dearly departed good friend Norm Van Leer, the attitude. I don't think the Bulls had the attitude. After what happened in the final 2 seconds last night, I believe now the Bulls have the attitude, and I believe they're PO'd. Now, I want to ask you a couple questions on the hard foul, not a flagrant, the hard foul by Rondo on Brad Miller. Number one, I was watching Comcast Sportsnet. We have some sound bites from Stacey King. If you saw or were watching, I should say TNT, which I wasn't, did those announcers ever mention the word flagrant foul? Number two, I want to ask you, and this is nothing about the referees. I'm not going to sit here and bellyache about the referees, but I want your opinion. Was Rondo's foul on Brad, now listen closely, was Rondo's foul on Brad Miller good, physical, strong, hard playoff basketball? That was good, hard basketball, Murph. Or was it dirty playoff basketball? Should it have been or should it have not have been, in your opinion only, a flagrant foul or a flagrant 2, the number 2, not TOO, flagrant 2, or just a good, hard foul? Now, here's Vinny Del Negro after the game, and he says, I warned my guys, you're not going to get the calls in the Garden.
You know, bottom line is you can't make mistakes and you have to make plays. And whatever it takes, depending how physical the game is or how the refs are calling it. But I told our guys, you know, you're not going to get calls. You have to be physical with the basketball. You have to be strong with it. You have to execute, set your men up.
You're not going to get calls in the Gardens. 644-6767. By the way, Vuk is on your side. Jeff Vukovich is Murph's Nationwide Insurance Agent of the Year. I've been telling you about Vuk for years. For all your insurance needs, Park Ridge, solid, family guy, stable, Vuk, Jeff Vukovich. See, I think the Bulls now are finally fired up. They finally, I believe, have the attitude, the emotion, and they're PO'd. Here's Stacey King as the play had unfolded. Let's hear if is Stacey King a homer? He's talking flagrant foul, which, by the way, changes the whole scenario. Now the Bulls get the ball back in out of bounds. Miller doesn't have to miss the second one intentionally to try to get the rebound. Brad Miller was woozy. Here's another thing the NBA might think about. If a flagrant foul is called, the guy who was fouled, Brad Miller, should not be required to shoot the free throws. If he's out there and he's half woozy, like he just was skiing downhill and ran into a tree, you should be able to put anybody you want to that free throw line. Anybody. Guy in the game or a guy on the bench.
There's Gordon. He was loose for a minute. Now Miller. Right down the lane. Missed it. And a foul.
I told you, use Ben Gordon as a decoy. Everybody went with Ben Gordon, and Brad Miller was wide open.
Oh, my goodness. Wide open is not
That should be a flagrant foul, too. 2 shots in the ball.
TOO.
What's this?
TWO.
I mean, that was Rondo right there across the head. He didn't even try to go for the ball. Now, watch this. Watch Rondo come across. Right across the head. That should be a flagrant. That should be a flagrant foul. 2 shots and the ball.
2 shots at Comcast Sportsnet. Flagrant foul 2. The number 2, not comma, TOO. Of course, when you text, you just put, you don't know, T-O. Yeah, 2. Flagrant foul number 2, which, by the way, appears in the NBA rules to be video reviewable. Here's from the NBA rulebook, which is very hard. I need Joe the Duke Crispino here, a lawyer, to read this. if an instant replay review is triggered as described in Section 1-A, Section 5, the officials would review the video to determine the following, whether the flagrant foul, penalty 2, was called correctly, or whether it should be downgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1, or a personal foul. It's very vague in the rule book. It appears, though, that it could have been reviewed. How come Vinny Del Negro didn't lobby for the refs to review if it was flagrant or not? Let's go to Southside. Pat's on the score with Murph. Hello, Pat.
Murph.
Hey, Pat, you phoned in before I gave the phone number. What do you have for me?
I gotta sound like a sore loser here, but I am done, Murph. I am done with these referees. I tuned in to watch the Bulls versus the Celtics, not the Bulls versus the referees.
Well, you know, I remember the old joke? Here's the new joke. I turned on the basketball game, and a hockey game broke out. Now, Pat, let's divorce ourselves from the referees and the emotion. I want to ask you a very simple question. Was it or was it not a flagrant foul, and therefore the Bulls would have had the ball back out of bounds?
You know, personally, I wouldn't have gave him the flagrant foul. I don't have a problem with that hard foul there. My problem is with the 10 fouls before that on Salmons, Noah, and Rose that the referees just would not blow the whistle.
It's unbelievable. Our guys, you know what, I don't want to say they sound sour grapes, but the facts are the facts that we got pounded and hammered, and nothing was called against them. Hey, Pat, thanks for calling. Let's go next to Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Cody on the score. Hey, Cody.
How's it going, Murph?
Good. Cody, number one, was, in your opinion only, was it the hit on Miller? In your opinion, was it good, hard basketball? Was it that good, physical, strong, hard playoff basketball we all hear about, or was it a dirty, cheap shot?
Well, it was pretty close to me, but I was actually watching the game on TNT. It looked like a flagrant foul to me.
What did those... Now, you heard my soundbite there, Stacey King used the word flagrant, which was never called. What did, if you can recall or tell me, how did the TNT television guys handle it?
Well, Doug Collins thought it was pretty close, but they actually had a close-up on Vinny talking to the ref.
Uh-huh.
And you could see the ref mouth the words that Rondo was going for the ball. And you can obviously see on the replay that he was about 3 or 4 feet away from even coming close to blocking the shot. It just comes down hard on Miller's face.
It was a karate chop, chop. But if you're going for here's another idea. Maybe Rondo can carry a Louisville Slugger out there and go for the ball and hit Brad Miller upside the head.
Right, not even close to blocking the shot.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Now watch Rondo cross the head, karate chop, nowhere close to making a play on the ball. And I'm telling you, there really should not be any other call but a flagrant foul right there. I mean, the guy's bleeding, hit him across the mouth.
That's good, hard, clean NBA basketball. What are you talking about, Stacey? Joking. Hey, thetowngroup.com, the big, sophisticated HVAC mechanical jobs, they do it right. Thetowngroup.com, my guys. White trucks, red stripes, West Town, North Town, Southwest Town, and Northwest Town. Plant operations vice presidents, they do it right. Thetowngroup.com. Let's go to Chris. Is a truck phone. Hello, Chris.
Oh, hey, second-time caller.
Hey, you'll be a third-time caller, hopefully, Sunday. All right, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Was that...
The last caller actually kind of stole my thunder because I'd seen the same thing with the close-up. I had the misfortune of watching on TNT as well up in Wisconsin.
All right.
But, yeah, you could definitely see if he was going for the ball. Murph, he was behind him 3 feet, didn't even look at the ball. He just swung his arms up. Anywhere else in the game, they'd have called a foul, but not in the last, even 10 seconds of the game. They're not going to call that.
So the rule is that because it's 10 seconds to go, you ain't going to call. Okay, but was it or was it not hard, clean playoff basketball? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so, Murph. I think it was flagrant. I made a body bump from the side, maybe. Not a swat to the chops.
Then let me ask you this. The guy's half woozy. He's down for the count, Brad Miller. If it had been a flagrant, would you not think the NBA should say, hey, why would you have to send up a guy that's half cold-cocked, as they used to say? Why shouldn't you be able to send up another guy?
You make a great point, but the guy, I don't know who the announcer was, that Doug Collins had said during the game. He did say, he goes, well, if he comes out and can't make the shot, he can't go back in. I said, what about an injury? You can go back in. If you're healed up, you just got to come out for a play, don't you?
Yeah, it's unbelievable the way the NBA coddles this play, and obviously the NBA encourages it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the call.
I don't understand how that's not a flagrant foul. attempt to make a play on the ball. Now watch this. Watch this. Now watch Rondo. Right across the head. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, granted, you don't want a game to end that way. But a foul's a foul. A flagrant foul's a flagrant foul. No matter what the time is on the clock, you can't go across a guy's head like that and foul him like that.
No. Brad's a good free throw shooter. He's getting some stitches in his mouth right now. So I'm sure that play will be reviewed. I thought we executed the play very well. He was wide open, just couldn't convert.
That, of course, Vinny Del Negro, after the game, did you consider trying to take out Brad Miller at that point? And Stacey King there from Comcast Sports said, by the way, the 3 cuts that I have played for you have all been different. I know they sound a little the same. We are not repeating. Right, Jay Zawoski? Those 3 cuts from Stacey King were all
all different cuts, yep.
And in the order that they occurred, right, during the telecast.
Correct.
Beautiful. 644-6767. I'm going to tell you something else. See, I was not emotionally into this series until the flagrant foul was not called. And the NBA, they condone it. They encourage it. I guess just like if you're a fan of no fighting in hockey, which I am not, I believe it's needed for a number of reasons. However, you see, you're not allowed to drop the gloves in basketball. Wouldn't you love to see if you could drop the gloves? You think Rondo would be coming up doing that if Brad Miller could drop the gloves? And number 2, Jay Zawoski, mark down for Friday for Tool of the Week, our friends at Rental Max, Kevin Garnett. This guy in the street clothes. After Brad Miller gets a forearm shiver across the jaw, big shot Kevin Garnett, big tough guy standing up 50, 60 feet away from the Bulls bench, trash talking them. Really, really classy. Now I'm emotionally into this. Hey, I was pulling for the Bulls. I love the Bulls. I hope the Bulls go as far as possible. But now I got a little more anger, a little more jump in my step for game 6 and 7. And I'm hoping the Bulls are the same. Let's go to David in Champaign. Hey, David.
Hey.
Hey, David, it's Murph. I'm running short on time. Jump in, buddy.
I'm telling you, one ball he was going for was his head. He wasn't going for the ball. That was a flagrant foul. There's so many other places he could have nailed him on the body besides the jaw, for crying out loud.
You got it. Appreciate it. Brian downtown. Brian.
Murph.
Go, buddy. Go.
I'm telling you, that was definitely a face mask, 15-yard penalty. Give us the ball back.
Right. But the NBA must like it because they condone it and they don't do anything about it. They want that type of dirty basketball, which they call hard playoff basketball, Brian.
No, that was just basketball.
Right? The NBA must like it. Yes or no?
I guess so.
They must. They let it happen. Appreciate it. Back in a flash. Murphapalooza. Little baseball. And we got White Sox baseball at the bottom of the hour pregame. It's Murph back in a flash. I'm driven to you by Chevy Drives, Chicago.com. I know, Joe Garagiola said it. Joe Garage Door Opener. Welcome back, Murph. A few minutes away from White Sox baseball. Let's touch on, by the way, tomorrow, going to be over there at Shula's Joe's. And we're going to do a lot of baseball talking tomorrow from noon to 2 as there's no Bulls or Blackhawks game tonight to break down. We've been a little bit off the baseball trail. How about the Sox doubleheader yesterday? The one game you figure is going to be the victory is going to be the John Danks game. He gets knocked out of the box after 4 innings. And the game you got to be worried about yesterday was game 1. And all of a sudden, Bartolo Colon looks like the guy from years ago. 7 innings, 4 hits. He was lights out, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 95 pitches, and saved by Paul Konerko's 2-out, 2-run double. Sox win 2-1. They get their ears pinned back in game 2. And the Cub game, how about my guy Carlos Zambrano? Just hitting the ball. We talked about that yesterday. How about tonight? This would be Lou Pinella's opportunity, John Dewan, to have Zambrano one time, not that number 9, because Derek Lee not available tonight. This would be perhaps the one time that you would say, you know what? This guy's a 300 hitter most of the time. I'm going to move Zambrano up around number 7, maybe Batterio number 8, and I would give Soto a few days off. Coy Hill number 9. The odds of Lou doing that tonight are 0.
Zero.
Zambrano drives it deep to right center. And it just missed. Hit the wall. Hill streaking around third. He's going to score. Zambrano with a double. Nearly hit his 17th home run. As it is, he picks up his 20th career double. High drive by Zambrano. He thinks he got it. And I think he did. It's out. It's a home run. Bounced back onto the field, but I think it touched a fan or a seat. And it's 11-1, and if he gets another at bat, a triple would complete the cycle.
Oh, highlights there, good old Channel 9 WGN TV. I wonder if a pitcher. Jay, we got about 2 minutes before we go to White Sox baseball. Google up baseball hitting cycle pitcher. I wonder if a pitcher has ever hit for the cycle. Zambrano's the guy someday will do it. Hey, you gotta see Jack.com. My guy, Jack Phelan Chevrolet, home of the GM Total Confidence Package. You get the 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, payment protection up to 9 months, vehicle value protection, OnStar. Check it all out at Jack Phelan Chevrolet. You gotta see Jack.com. So the Cub game last night, all of a sudden now, Cub fans not quite so worried. Why? Well, Milton Bradley, a couple hits and a walk. How about Coy Hill? Now, I don't know when or if Lou is going to put Gio Soto right back in the lineup. Soto says today in the paper, oh, my shoulder's fine. Doesn't seem like it's fine. Ever since that WBC, he's been a different guy. Now, Coy Hill, how about last night again? What was it? 3 more hits for Coy Hill. 1 was a dunker. 3 for 5. He's hitting 370. 7-game hitting streak. And he doesn't have a rifle for an arm, but at least he gets the ball on down there in good stead. And Fukudome, walk, single, walk, walk. How about that? That's what that guy can do. 2 walks, 3 walks, and a single. Jay, did you find anything?
The answer is sort of. Jimmy Ryan, a center fielder for the Cubs on July 28th, 1888, pitched in that game and hit for the cycle.
I remember. So, I was out there at Old West Side Park. Yeah, Irish. We had some beers after the game. Murph and Jimmy Ryan. Sox baseball next. Murph saying, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling. We'll be over at Shoeless Joe's tomorrow. And we'll get a lot of baseball in the bag tomorrow for you. See you later, everybody.